So begins our coverage tonight of the debate with more on what the four candidates had to say.
Heather, good evening. The goals for these four Republican candidates: make their case to recall Governor Newsom and introduce themselves to voters. Keep in mind, there are 46 candidates of all political stripes on this replacement ballot. Polls show this race is tightening and voters will get their mail-in ballots in just 2 weeks. Recall candidates and Republicans John Cox, Kevin Faulconer, Kevin Kiley, and Doug Osee took the stage in Orange County, introducing their plans and taking shots at Governor Newsom.
It's about a leader that understands you can't politicize every single thing like Gavin Newsom wants to do. He's not doing the job.
Using bright lights and cash giveaways and state control as a mirage for a broken state government that fails to serve California in the most basic ways.
I don't think we should do mandates. I think the governor's COVID management was an absolute disaster.
If we don't break this pattern of government overreach into our daily lives, then we're going to get stuck with this over and over and over.
As the state sees a rise in COVID cases due to the Delta variant, all the men criticized Newsom's handling of the pandemic. Amid the state's vaccine campaign, Cox making a suggestion in direct contrast to CDC guidance.
There's a lot of people that have had COVID and have antibodies. They don't need the vaccine. They shouldn't get the vaccine.
Others oppose the state's mask mandate inside schools, regardless of vaccination status.
Parents know what is best for their kids. They should be making these decisions for themselves.
Faulconer also opposed the school requirement and urged everyone to get vaccinated. He addressed the challenge any potential Republican governor would have, delivering on promises with a Democratic supermajority in the legislature.
What do? You go out and you win the argument publicly. And then when you win the argument, you can get the vote. And I'm going to focus first and foremost on making California affordable.
Osee made promises to overhaul the beleaguered unemployment system.
Large employee pools or large sales volumes, how do they prevent fraud? And let's incorporate those measures into the EDD process. And secondarily, just answer the damn phone.
The issue top of mind for voters, according to polls, homelessness.
We've got to do the smart thing, and that is get people in treatment, get conservatorships if we need to. Britney Spears didn't need a conservator. A lot of the people living on the streets do.
I would bring a new strategy and I would bring new leadership. Under the Ninth Circuit decision, you can't ask people to move along and get off the streets if there's a place for them to go. So I'd make sure there's a shelter, there's a roof over their head.
Newsom's team stuck to their strategy, calling this a Republican recall, releasing this statement before the debate. Tonight's debate will only underscore that reality. Each of the candidates on stage vying to replace Governor Newsom are Republican supporters of President Trump. Perhaps a surprise out of tonight, none of the candidates tried to go after Larry Elder, who is leading in the polls right now. Elder was at a fundraiser in Bakersfield, his spokesperson tweeting, quote, "A circular firing squad among the GOP will only benefit Newsom." Going to be an exciting 5 weeks ahead. Heather?
Oh, it certainly will be, Greg. This was an important night for these candidates because in just a few days, coming up on Saturday, the state GOP will choose which candidate to officially endorse. Do you think any of the candidates tonight were able to move the needle a bit?
Well, this is really a final tryout, as it were, for all of the people, and especially in the California GOP, that are watching tonight. We should say that based on nominations, that will be between Elder, Kiley, Faulconer, and Osee. So we'll just have to wait and see what they decide, if and who they'll endorse on Saturday.
Yep, we'll be following that vote this weekend. Greg Lee, thank you.